So we're going to talk about creating multiple objects with object constructors and the this keyword. So far, everything we've been looking at has dealt with a single object. The code has not been designed for multiple objects. So if you want to create multiple objects with the same code, you have to use an object constructor. So here we've got a function we're called person, and we're passing it some data. And then you'll notice we're using the keyword this, and we're populating some properties, and we're assigning the data that was passed to those properties. So where does this get called from? It gets called down here. So we've got a variable, and then we're setting that equal to new, person as an object. These are the values being passed. So you'll notice in our function that the keyword this is being used. This represents the current object. So in the case of my father, this represents my father. Okay, my father is the object. So my father dot first name equals John. My father dot last name equals Doe. My father dot age equals 50. My father dot eye color equals blue. Okay, so the object here is my father, represented by the keyword this. Now you'll notice the next object is called my mother. So when this calls person, it's sending Sally Rally 48 in green. Okay, so this represents my mother. So my mother dot first name is going to be Sally. My mother dot last name is going to be Rally. My mother dot age is 48. And my mother dot eye color is green. So if you want to view this live, this lovely example, you can click on the link. And here is another example. And this is actually similar to what you are going to be creating as part of your assignment. So here we've got a function called pet. It is pulling in name, breed, and color. We've got this dot name, breed, and color, so you know right away you're dealing with an object here. And then you'll notice we have this dot display equal function. So display is a method. Okay, then when I come down here and I look in my script code, I'm prompting for the name of a pet, storing that in N, prompting for the breed, storing it in B, prompting for the color, storing it in C, and then I'm creating the my pet object, passing it the name, the breed, and the color. Writing it out. And now I'm creating a second one. And I'm entering the name, storing it in N2. Breed gets stored in B2. And color gets stored in C2. And I'm creating another object. Now you might say, hey, that's got the same exact name as the previous one. Well, I'm done using the previous one. So when it gets overwritten, it's not a big deal. Okay, I'm going to basically populate the properties of the object, print it out, and I'm pretty much done with it. So the next one, I'm still using that same object, so it's going to overwrite it. So if you want to see the code live, you can go ahead, enter the pet name, Fifi, poodle. Enter the price. Fifi is very expensive. Enter the discount, 10 or 110. Okay, so what a bargain Fifi is. Only $1,890. Oh, we got another Fifi. This was hard coded. So if we right click and view the page source, here is the HTML and here is my JavaScript. So you can see up at the top, that is where I am creating the object. And I actually have two different methods. One is called cost, one is called message. Here is where you saw all of those prompts for the pet. We did not see them for the second one because that is hard coded here. Okay, so go back over here. And that pretty much finishes up this section on creating your own objects.